Hey everybody, what's up? We are here with a timeless reading. I hope that everybody is doing well. The first cards that we have out are Page of Pentacles and Six of Pentacles. So, Page of Pentacles can be, and Six of Pentacles, it can be showing up for something that we feel like is going to be worth it to us, but it can be little things that we're doing. Having it be a page, it's like a little investment even, that it feels like if I take care of myself in this way, like I'm gonna get a return on that, like if I start washing my face every night, like I'm gonna stop breaking out. It's like whatever this is that you're doing for, I'm using that as an example because we have pentacles here, so usually it's like a physical task that we're performing, but it can be stuff with your money, like I'm not, every time I don't go out and buy a coffee out there and I make it for myself at home, that's however many dollars that I'm saving, this sort of thing. So it can also be something that you were doing where you could have been helping somebody out. For some of you, you could have been doing some sort of assistant work or something. But I'm seeing the Death card, so I feel like this is going to be coming to an end, or this is going to be, well, when I say coming to an end, I mean changing. So you may not be doing this anymore, but you are going to be doing something else. I will say this too, for some of you, you could have been in a position of being a helper of some sort, felt like that was your role to be doing, and having Six of Pentacles can be sort of how we're showing up for other people as well. So you could have been, some of you could have been volunteering, doing something, or just something that you felt like was helpful to others, or that you were giving back in some way. A change wants to be born through you, but I'm seeing it's not an easy one. Because I'm getting that something that you could be doing now, you could be playing it safe, which there's nothing wrong with that, but to the point where now it's sort of cutting off your growth is what I'm seeing here. Meaning there's this part of your soul that's like, why did we stop moving? So that's what it looks like is coming up here now. This might be a very big change for you, and you may feel very resistant to this. The part of you that likes for things to stay the same, or to sort of keep things glued together, may begin feeling a bit overwhelmed. Because having strength next to Four of Pentacles is it's gonna feel really hard to loosen your grip on this, but it's very necessary. And I'm seeing the Death card in the very middle of this. So something does, it's meant to, it's not part of your evolution anymore. It's sort of you've done what you needed to, and now there's something else that you're going to be evolving into. But to have Death and to have strength, it's this would be a very, very difficult transition for you. Not in and of itself, it's because of the mind frame you're in. So this could, because we have Pentacles here, it can be like it's going to be difficult because it's a habit for you to be doing this thing every day, and now that's going to be changing. So it feels like the reason why it's hard is because it's breaking out of something that felt familiar or comfortable to you, but because it was cutting off your growth, that's why it's being suggested for you to break out of this pattern. And Four of Pentacles can be well, the reason that I do this is because it keeps things stable, or it keeps things safe. But Four of Pentacles isn't only about stability, it's about how we will hold things and not, it's like these parts of you that are like wanting to expand and wanting to grow, and you being like, no, 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 stay in place, and trying to like keep everything all together so it's not moving. Because I'm seeing it feel like a bit stressful for you. So when you're sort of in that in-between liminal space, that may be where you really struggle. Where are my fixed signs? Those of you that have like a lot of fixed energy within your inner planets too, within your birth chart. Oh, and how about that too? We're looking at Scorpio and we're looking at Leo. These are two fixed signs. The other fixed signs are Aquarius and Taurus. Seeing you get like a little bit moody too when you start feeling stressed out, but it's just coming from a place of feeling a bit unsafe. Which is something that we can be mindful of. It's something that we can be aware of. Yeah, I get this feeling like you may look at this and be like, my guides are trying to take away my favorite toy and I don't want them to take it from me, but it's like they're going to give you something else. And the Ace of Pentacles pops out. Yeah, you're going to get something else. You don't need to hold on. I feel that you've been in a cycle that is expiring and you're like, no, it's like the ride is over. You're not meant to be going around, and you're like, I don't want to get off of it, make it go around again. It's like that sort of thing that I'm seeing here, but it's like this is done. Like they're going to shut down the theme park. You need to get out of there. It's not time to be doing this anymore. Like you rode around it as many times as you could, and now it's like on to the next thing. And just because you're getting off of that ride, like out of this cycle, doesn't mean everything stops there, you know. There's like a continue, like what ride are you going to be getting on next? And I am seeing something be coming up for you, but that part of you that's still like trying to hold on and like is refusing, you know, your spirit guides are trying to pull you off of the pony on the carousel, and you're like, no, I don't want to let go of it. But this is really, really necessary for you. And maybe also starting off small will make things a little bit easier, but I'm even seeing like the tiny things feel kind of like a lot, but you need to give a little to get a little is what this is looking like. When you feel stressed out, you may feel like you close off completely. 10 of Wands, 5 of Swords. When I'm feeling overwhelmed, I go into full armor mode, protecting myself. I'm seeing the Devil here as well, which I feel like 5 of Swords is mirroring the Devil. The way that they're looking at one another here. It's like a standoff even that's happening. There's this part of you that wants to protect yourself so you don't feel like you're taking on something that you can't handle. But I'm seeing the energy of this Devil, I'm seeing it more be like a fear that's coming up for you. You know, Devil can be lots of different things. The face that it's wearing today is fear, and I'm seeing that's like what you're trying to protect yourself from, but you don't realize it's like trapping you, it's keeping you caged in, because you're meant to keep moving, but your ego is like, stay in this corner, you're safe here. And your guides are like trying to get you out of the corner because you need to keep moving like through the room, but then I'm seeing your ego be like, don't touch them, leave them in the corner. It's like, it's that sort of thing that I'm seeing here. And like your ego is popping up and doing this like in order to protect you, but it like doesn't need to be activated here. But the reason, well, it doesn't need to be affecting the choices that you're making. But I'm seeing why it's activated is because you're feeling scared. That's how this Devil is coming through. It's bringing up fears for you. And then those fears are sort of what's keeping you cornered over there. And so your ego is like, I'm trying to protect you, keeping you in the corner, but it's really like, it's maladaptive for you to be staying there because it's keeping you from growing and moving in the direction where you're supposed to be going. So the more that you can understand this, like, where is this stemming from? Like, why is this a fear for you? What do you feel like is going to happen if you do make this change, or if you do move in this direction? Just getting more familiar with this, because when it comes to this stuff, I feel like the devil, it sort of comes off in one of two energies. The devil can come through in something that feels very spooky, where like you want to run in the opposite direction and you feel like it's sort of chasing you down, or it feels like something very attractive that you're like, now I can't separate myself from this. So because it's like in that polarity with you, this is one of those times where you feel like it's chasing you. And it's not a good time. But I'm getting that if you can face this, and if you can take the time to sort of understand this more, it's going to make it easier for you to transition to this new beginning, which I'm seeing is going to be happening. So I'm seeing like you are going to a new chapter, but this part of you that's still trying to hold on and doesn't want to get off the carousel, it's about figuring out why. Like, why the fear about getting off of it? And sort of exploring what's next. And it's because of like some sort of attachment here that is like not wanting to grow. It's like wanting to keep you small. This new chapter that you're going into, you're gonna like it a lot. I'm seeing the Nine of Pentacles. Like, this is something that you're really going to enjoy. But I get the feeling of, it's like your guide's giving you a food that you've never tried before, and because you've never tried it before, you like don't want to try it, and they're like, you're gonna like it, just try it, and then when you do, it's gonna be like your favorite thing ever. But because you haven't tried it yet, you may feel a bit weary of this. This is like a metaphor for the cycle that you're going to be moving into. Potentially. So what keeps you trapped? What keeps you caged? Your loyalty to the past. I think it's also like not allowing you to fully see yourself here in the present moment. Yeah, coming back to going around on the carousel, it's like so familiar, like with the pattern of the way that moves around, like whether we like it or not. Like, some of you may love the carousel, some of you may hate it, but it's something that feels familiar. And so we feel almost like defined by that, by our experience that we've had. So it can feel trapped either because we loved what we experienced, or we feel disdain for what we experienced, and either way, it still has like tentacles that are connected to us. But it's about like breaking the pattern and breaking out of this now, if you're willing to. Having Nine of Pentacles and having Two of Swords does give the feeling that like this is up to you, and it would be an independent choice, and so nobody's going to force you into making this decision. But what I am seeing is that it means that you're really going to be getting off the ride. And some of you, again, like whether you love it or hate it, maybe like, I'm so familiar with it, like am I really going to end it? But it's time. It definitely is time now. But it is up to you. Maybe you're gonna just like muster up the courage eventually, like getting to that point. Because I'm seeing that you are going to make a choice, but you may not have to do it right now, but it's going to be coming up for you. So maybe you're just at this point sort of like processing, wrapping your head around this. Because I'm seeing Temperance land over like you over here needing to take action, but because it's Temperance, it's like you don't have to decide just yet, but know that it's going to be coming up soon. Like the ride is going to be over in 4 minutes. So prepare yourself for that, so you're ready to like get off when it stops moving. So that's where I'm seeing you be currently. Some of you may be getting help to manage the stress, or you could be doing things that are helping you manage the stress currently, because I do get the vibe of you sort of feeling like you're on your own with something. And so if you can get help, or if you can help yourself somehow, I'm seeing that's going to be a thing for you. But some of you may feel weird about asking for help. Like you may feel resistant even. It's like it would be really useful for you right now, and to you it would be really helpful, but some of you, you're like, but I don't want to ask for it, like feeling a bit closed off. But I'm seeing that it's going to sort of help you conclude what you need to conclude, and then do what needs to be done. I do feel too like there's a part of you that wants to keep you on the ride, like in order to protect you, but I am getting that this is an ego motivated feeling. This is not your higher self being like, yeah, stay on the ride again, let's see if you can go around again. It's not, it's your ego doing it. So just be aware of that as well, of like what's actually motivating you, because this is a fear motivation, so it's your ego. And although it has a function, right, like the ego is trying to keep you safe, but I'm seeing it's like stunting something at this point. Like you're meant to keep evolving, and it's keeping you stuck. It's like holding you back here. And I'm seeing the Death card, and I'm seeing the Devil, so it's like I'm really scared to change in this way. I'm really scared to evolve. I'm really scared to even shed my past. What am I even without that? So it's sort of this whole thing that's going on here with the Death card and the Devil and the Six of Cups of, what does this mean? Like, what am I going to be turning into? And then to have the Strength card, it's about, like, even though this is challenging right now, sort of like working through the muck of the past here energetically, it's about dropping this baggage, like shedding it. Like, it's really time. You don't have to carry this any longer. And I'm seeing that like there's information that's coming through that you're getting, and it's connected with like the ending that potentially is going to be happening if only you're willing to loosen your grip here and get prepared for a new chapter. But to see Temperance, this is very much like it's the loading screen right now. Like you may not be, you're not there yet at this point, but you are moving up to this point. So that's where I'm seeing you be right now. I'm looking at Scorpio, Leo, Capricorn. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I am sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.